Hello gorgeous peeps, I'm Chris from TechSpert and today I'm going to be reviewing the almighty Huawei Watch Ultimate, one of the more premium and also freaking massive smartwatches that I've had slapped on my skinny childlike wrist in recent times. You can grab yourself the regular black model for 700 quid or 749 euros, but if you want to upgrade to this rather lush Voyager blue model, well that's 800 quid or 899 euros. And Huawei has designed the Watch Ultimate with 4 key factors in mind. Go! 1. Ultimate craftsmanship and design. Woof! 2. Ultimate diving. Moist. 3. Ultimate adventure. Thrills. And 4. Ultimate health management. Perky. Now I've had this thing slapped on my arm for over 2 weeks now, so here's my full final Huawei Watch Ultimate review, and for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do plug subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! So let's start with the design, and also a kind of an obvious statement. The Huawei Watch Ultimate is motherfucking massive, to the point where everybody that I came into contact with was within 10 seconds saying, what the hell is that thing on your arm? This Voyager blue model comes with a gorgeous titanium strap, giving it a proper swanky night out on the town sort of finish. This thing is clearly designed for bigger wrists, because only after I'd removed all of the possible extra links did it finally fit on my wrist without slipping about all over the place. And even then it's still comically huge, but at least these links are easy enough to remove and put back in without the use of any external tools or anything like that. A little bit fiddly when you're trying to join it all back together again, but apart from that, pretty good. And you've also got yourself some nitrile rubber straps that you can swap in, which are ideal for sports and diving as well. These are light but also very strong and apparently can withstand aging, very much not like me. And if you get yourself the regular £700 black model, well, you'll just get the rubbery strap, you won't get the metal band. Now the Huawei Watch Ultimate, despite looking all shiny and posh, is certainly designed for roughing it outdoors. You got yourself a ceramic bezel and a pretty thick 2.35mm slab of sapphire glass. And squint all you like, there's not even the weeniest of scratches or chips anywhere on this thing, despite the fact I've banged it about the place. We're talking kitchen counters, brick walls, the works. Apparently, according to Huawei, that casing is constructed from a rigid zirconium-based liquid metal alloy. This is apparently twice as hard as titanium and is typically used in aerospace vessels. So if it can withstand going into space, it can certainly withstand a quick hiking session in the Pennines. Huawei reckons that the casing has gone through 33 refined brushing processes, apparently. I mean, certainly it looks very snazzy. And it's all about this here Voyage blue model with that gorgeous navy bezel. Absolutely love that standout feature. And bezel doesn't twist, or at least if it does, I've not found out a way of doing it, but hey ho. Apparently the Huawei Watch Ultimate can withstand pressures of up to 10 atmospheres, and it's water resistant all the way to a depth of 100 meters. Apparently it can survive at that sort of depth for up to 24 hours, by which point you'll presumably be dead and therefore not so bothered about whether your watch tells good time or not. Oh, and apparently it also has EN 13319 diving certification. That means absolutely nothing to me, but yeah. Now the Huawei Watch Ultimate supports both iOS and Android devices, although unsurprisingly perhaps it works best when paired up with a Huawei Watch. I've had mine hooked up to a couple of different Samsung phones and also the Honor Magic 5 Pro, so I'll very much be approaching this from the perspective of an Android user. Now your first step when pairing the Huawei Watch Ultimate with your smartphone is to grab the Huawei Health app. Unfortunately, this ain't available via the Google Play Store. You will have to download it directly from Huawei, but you got QR codes and all kinds of other guff to help you out with that. You just have to change a couple of permissions on your phone and then you're good to go. And through the Huawei Health app, you've got a comprehensive set of controls and options to customize the Huawei Watch Ultimate, get it set up just the way you like. So for instance, through this you can have a quick check of the battery life, you can change up the watch face, more on this side of things in a bit. You can set up the notifications, so say exactly which apps are allowed to give you a buzz on the wrist. And speaking of notifications, you can also edit the quick replies. These allow you to respond instantly to a message via your wrist. Here is also where you would set up contactless payments via the Huawei Watch Ultimate if it was actually available here in Blighty. And you can also keep your watch fully updated, get all those latest fresh new features. And once you're all set up and syncing, all of your health data will be transferred to the Huawei Health app instantly as well. So you can see how you've been doing. Now that 1.5-inch LTPO AMOLED display is an absolute stunner, one of the best I've seen on a smartwatch. This maxes out at 60Hz but can scale all the way down to 1Hz to preserve battery life when you're not really doing much with the watch. You got a 466 by 466 pixel resolution, so even if you're rocking quite a complicated watch face absolutely packed with all kinds of details, all of that tiny text remains perfectly legible. The only limitation is your eyesight. You got full auto brightness on here and it tops off at 1000 nits, so certainly I found that outdoor visibility not a problem even when the sun does actually occasionally shine. You've got yourself a rotating crown, which is quite useful for zooming in and out or flipping through menus. It's especially good when the screen is moist and not as responsive as you need it to be. If you tap that top button, this brings up all of your various apps. There's a reasonable selection on here, all of your usual health-based shenanigans, all the tools you'd expect like timers, alarms, etc. Unfortunately not expandable, however, so what you see is what you get. And then if you tap this bottom button over on the right side, by default this is used to start an exercise tracking session. You can also long press that button in order to conjure up Huawei's Celia Assistant, but only if the watch is paired with a Huawei smartphone. So I didn't get a chance to test out this feature, unfortunately. Not that I feel like I'm missing out because I've used Celia before. Frankly, for all the use she usually is, you might as well just be talking to a cupboard door. And you've also got a third button over here on the left edge, very posh indeed, and given that a quick poke, it brings up the expedition mode. More on that in a bit. Now, if you've used a Huawei watch in recent times, no surprises with the UI whatsoever. It's pretty slick, I do really like it. Easy to get to grips with. If you drag down from the main watch face, you'll pull up all of your various tweaks and toggles. Very handy indeed if you need to quickly access that torch feature for finding your way to the bogs in the middle of the night. You've also got a do not disturb mode if you've gone to the pictures or whatever. You can lock the screen, you can drain the watch if you've been underwater, find my phone, all of that good stuff. If you swipe up, you will access your notifications. Unfortunately, here on Android, the notification support is pretty basic, certainly compared with Wear OS. You can have a quick read of whatever messages pop into your inbox. And with some apps, you can do a quick response, the likes of WhatsApp, for instance. With my email icon, all I can do is delete the notification. And then last up, if you swipe left or right, you scroll through all of your various widgets that you've set up. These are fully customizable, so just long press on one. As you can see there, you can then either delete a widget or shift it about. And you got a decent variety here covering most of the main apps and features that you would expect. Unfortunately, the widgets don't wrap around for some reason, not really sure why that is. And then finally, you've got your all-encompassing widget, which gives you fast access to Celia, again, if you're using a Huawei smartphone. Bit of weather action, you've got your media controls. And as for the watch faces, you've got a decent selection here on the Huawei Watch Ultimate, as you'd expect, because Huawei watches have been around for a while. Plenty of different analog and digital efforts to choose from with all kinds of different bits of information. You can also customize some of the watch faces to have different kinds of information displayed. And if you do get bored at any time, you can jump on into that Huawei Health app and download fresh new watch faces, although quite a few of these will actually cost you real money. And I guess we can all agree that that Wolf one is pretty badass and certainly worth 99 pence. Absolute bargain. But yeah, as you can see, most of the recent ones will cost you money, but no worries if you are a bit of a skinflint. After all, you did just spend at least 700 quid on a new smartwatch, because Huawei has kindly provided a free section, which is again reasonably well stocked. Plenty of different designs, good variety on here that you can play around with. Unfortunately as well, there's no LTE option with the Huawei Watch Ultimate. It is Bluetooth only, connecting to your smartphone, so all of the notifications, messages, calls, etc. will be routed through your phone. You need to have this thing on you, otherwise this thing don't do much. You've got a built-in speaker and mic here on the Huawei Watch Ultimate as well, so you can use that Celia Assistant depending on your smartphone choice. And also you can take calls through this thing. I found that the mics were really good at picking up my voice, even in quite blustery conditions. And that speaker, let me tell you, it's ruddy loud for such a dinky device. Let me just show you by starting a workout.
Workout started.
Yeah, you're going to hear that, and everyone else in the gym is also going to hear it. All those awesome updates every 10 minutes, but thankfully you can mute the voice or lower the volume if you want to. Now, another limitation of the Huawei Watch Ultimate compared with Wear OS watches is the mapping. It doesn't use Google Maps if you are on Android. Unfortunately, it's pedal maps all the way. Thankfully, you can actually download pedal maps from Google Play, so it's nice and simple. Once you've done that, you'll need to then go into the app on your smartphone, set up your destination, start the directions, and then you can have those directions pop through onto your smartwatch face, so at least you can just stare at your wrist when you're working out which way you need to go. You're not constantly yanking out your phone. So not exactly the seamless, simple experience you'll get with the Wear OS watch, but it certainly works. And you got 5 constellation dual band GPS on this thing, as you'd expect from a super premium smartwatch. Certainly did the job perfectly well in the south of England. And if you are a fan of hiking or the great outdoors in general, well, you've got the expedition mode, which I only very briefly tested out. As you can see, this changes to an entirely different mode, still tells you the time and the battery remaining. This also gives you extra information like how far you've gone, your average speed, and also the sunrise and sunset, just in case you are out and about. You don't want to be left in perpetual darkness. And as you're traveling, you can actually set markers just with a quick tap of this button down here. That's pretty handy, I guess, if you want to make sure you come back via the same route, or you just want to mark interesting things that you've spotted along the way. And at any point, if you tap this button again, you can swap to Huawei's night mode. Very jazzy. Just to make things a bit easier on the eye, particularly good if you didn't pay good attention to that sunset time. It's not exactly massively different from the regular hiking mode that you've got on this watch and other Huawei watches, but it's there if you want it. You can actually load music files directly onto the watch if you want to ditch the smartphone for a bit, though, as I mentioned before, the watch and the phone do kind of need to be together to get all of the functionality. Otherwise, you can use the watch as a remote control for your phone, so you can play music, skip tracks. You can also change up the volume as well, although I did find that sometimes this wasn't the most responsive. Although recently it has been behaving itself since it updated to the latest firmware, so touch wood, that's all good now. And naturally, the Huawei Watch Ultimate is packed with all of the usual smartwatch features that you find on Huawei watches, the likes of 24-hour heart rate tracking, the SpO2 monitoring. You can also measure your arterial stiffness. Takes about 30 seconds. You just got to stick your finger on that bottom button and hold still. Apparently my arteries aren't too stiff, so that's good to know. And there's also an ECG feature built in here, which can help to detect any disruptions in your heart rhythm. And the fitness tracking is basically identical to other Huawei watches. You've got support for hundreds of different types of exercise, all kinds of things that have you flapping about the place, hurtling down mountains, etc. Basically, no matter what you're into, chances are it'll be supported by this bad boy, be it martial arts, belly dancing, other kinds of dancing, even the likes of darts. I think that's about my level. And if you are training for a long distance run, for instance, Huawei Health also has a decent custom planning tool that can help you get fit in good time, working around your own availability and general willingness. And of course, the Huawei Clover makes a welcome return. This keeps tabs on your mental as well as your physical health, so to max out those leaves, you'll need to do stuff like flash a smile and finish a breathing exercise, as well as actually getting off your arse and doing some exercise. The smiling thing is particularly random and awkward. I don't know about you, but being told to smile makes me not want a smile and also thump whoever suggested that I smile. But there you go, there's another task completed for the day. And the Huawei Watch Ultimate, of course, supports all of the usual features to suit your outdoor lifestyle. You got the usual barometer shenanigans, you can check your altitude, bad weather warnings, tidal phases, all that good stuff. And if you are a diver, which I most certainly am not, I'm not certified to do diving, hence I couldn't test it out, unfortunately, here on the Huawei Watch Ultimate. Well, you can check out how long you've been diving for, the depth you've gone to, decompression limits, ascent rates, all of that essential, valuable information to stay safe. You'll even get warnings apparently if you are rising to the surface too fast. So if you are a diver, I'd say that this is probably a really solid option, and it's probably one of the major reasons to actually upgrade to the Huawei Watch Ultimate from other Huawei watches. And oh yeah, if you want them, you got the sleep tracking abilities here on the Huawei Watch Ultimate as well, which delighted in telling me just how my sleeping was every single day. I didn't really enjoy wearing this thing to bed though, because occasionally I'd go to like stroke my earlobe or something and I'd absolutely smack myself in the face with it. As for battery life, well, Huawei reckons you will enjoy up to 2 full weeks, 14 days of battery life on a single charge. Personally, I found I got around 5 to 6 days of use on a single charge. That was with quite heavy use with the always on display active, for instance, plenty of exercise tracking. And to be fair, compared with most modern smartwatches, that's still pretty effing good. Like the very best Wear OS watches will still only last you 2 or 3 days. And then on top of that, you just need to slap it on the bundle dock for around 60 minutes to get a full charge from empty. Otherwise it supports standard Qi wireless charging, so I charged it off the back of my S23 Ultra, for instance. It is incredibly awkward, of course. You've got to make sure the watch and the phone are positioned just right so the stream isn't interrupted. But it's good to have that ability in a pinch. And that right there is my full, final, frank review of the Huawei Watch Ultimate. An absolute beast, certainly one of the more premium smartwatches you can get right now. Boasts an excellent battery life, slick performance, loads of great features packed in there. However, compared with the likes of a Samsung smartwatch, there are obvious limitations. The notification support not quite as strong. The mapping, obviously you have to use the old petal maps. No contactless payment support, no dedicated assistant support either unless you're using a Huawei smartphone. So it all comes down to your personal preferences, what you want a new smartwatch for. So anyway, that's what I reckon. It'd be great to hear your thoughts on the Huawei Watch Ultimate down in the comments below. Please do poke subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest tech. And have yourselves a really wonderful rest of the week. Cheers!